Pew, 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 pew. What up, everybody? We are live. Welcome back to Rumble on Rumble. This is Rumble on Rumble number 15. How y'all feeling? How y'all doing? Good, I hope. I got my partner, and he is about to join us just in a moment. We're working all that stuff out. Guys, it is me. It is one of your co-hosts. I am FW Mike. People call me Fresh. People call me White, and neither one of them are wrong. Because I am both of those things. So, yeah, we are doing it live, and we are stoked. We are working everything out right here, and we are making sure that everything is good. Looks like YouTube is looking and sounding good. Looks like everything is rocking here. Boom, and we love it. Guys, we got a lot to get into tonight, a whole lot to get into tonight, and we are stoked. But before we get into it, this is the Rumble on Rumble. It's not my show. It don't even feel right just doing this by myself. So I got to bring in the man that Alex Stein has coined the blackest Proud Boy in all of America, and that is him, and he is ready to rock. My brother, my man, he's got the main plan. He's been rocking it all weekend long, and he's here to tell you about it. Give it up for DJ Protocol. Pew, 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 pew.
Yo, what's happening?
How you feeling, sir?
Man, I'm tired.
Tired, absolutely. Man, let me give a quick shout out. Troublemaker Jonah, we were just talking about you earlier. Even my own wife was like, you haven't mentioned Jonah. Is he doing okay? And I'm like, he's dropping in. We're going to send up that bat signal if we don't hear. So God bless you, brother, and good to have you in the mix. And then, of course, my man Fuego. Good evening, Fuego. Pew, 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 pew. And then, of course, the man with the plan, the man with the barbecue, doing what it do. My brother from another mother, Gabe, the racing realtor in the house. Pew, 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 pew. Bam, Rumble Rockets. Yes, we love you. We love you, Fuego. We love you, Gabe. And we appreciate you, Jonah. Nah, I'm kidding. We love you, too. Oh,
I love you, Jonah. My dog. Holding up
no
down
Diddy.
There, up there with, no, you don't have to say no Diddy. Not when you're saying love to someone that you truly, no Diddy is for the stuff that sounds like you got some kind of weird kink going on there, boy.
Bro.
We share love.
Yeah. Now, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, like if you see a ghost behind every corner, maybe it's you and not a whole bunch of ghosts, right? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'll stop
Hey, man,
with
I
the
always
comedy.
feel like somebody's watching me,
I always feel that's the best Halloween song, actually. You know what I'm saying? Who calls me Fresh White? Ray Charles. Yes. If Ray Charles was around, he'd be like Fresh White Mike, and I'd be like, baby, please don't go down to New Orleans. You know I love you so, baby, please don't go. Anyway, so you say you are tired. That is fair, man. You've been running. Let's just start out with yes, Gabe, you are correct. Pro, next time we party, you got to come into town, man. We do it large, we do it live. And I mean,
Hey,
you are the party next level taker. You know what I'm saying? You take parties to the next levels.
Hey man, send a private plane, man. I know you know where it's at. Just send the plane, and I'm there.
We working on it.
I'm there. It ain't that close enough for a drive. But Gabe, hey man, I know you know the man with the plan that got a night. They probably got they ghost stream from right here in my backyard, right? Tell them to send the ghost stream, man. I'm there. I promise. I promise. Send the ghost stream. I'm there.
That's what it is. But man, Jonah says not really here all that long. I think trying to get a crank radio sent to me, I need to have a battery to deal with Canada Revenue just to get my own money unlocked. That is crazy, man. That is nuts. Good luck to you, brother. But it's good to see you. It's good to know that you are alive and hopefully doing well enough. You know what I'm saying? So, and definitely next year at the Grifties, we will try to make sure that you are there with us. So, absolutely, man. I hate it when people try to call and they know I go live. I go live on Sunday nights, man. I'm either on a plane leaving our party, you know what I'm saying? Our epic parties we throw, or I'm live streaming on the Sunday nights, baby. It's just what it is. Pro, tell us about your week, man. Okay, so let's start with Monday. You're back in town, roughly. You know what I mean? It was late. Oh, we didn't get to address this, though. got to
What's up?
address this on the show. You made a special appearance on Sam Tripoli's live AMA podcast. Is that right?
I did. So you guys tuned in, watched us do our special. Oh, damn. It went digital.
What went digital? What happened?
I was reading it. I got caught by a comment.
Ah. Oh.
It went digital. My gosh. I love you, Jonah. He's a damn troublemaker, and I love him for it because I'm a troublemaker. So, you know what I'm saying? Rock on.
I'm over here trying to talk to my people listening and my producer, and somebody's calling me from Hawaii, which I, just can't do it. You know what I mean? Want to take the call and get back to him.
What time is it? What time is it in Hawaii?
About 3 p.m.
3? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just Sunday chilling. They ain't even remembering the fact that hey, it's 7 o'clock on a Sunday over here.
But anybody that got my phone number got my socials. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, this is fair. This is fair.
Yeah.
I tried to give them grace. I tried. Anyway, so yeah, man. You guys caught us live here doing the show last Sunday. I know you did because you're like the ringside rumblers. You know what I'm saying? So once we parted ways and went to our respective gates so we can head on home, I had a little bit more time left in the airport, and I go to the quiet section. And who else is in the quiet section? My nigga Sam Tripoli.
Boom, Sam Tripoli, y'all.
So Sam says, "Hey man, weren't you with us last night? We was together." "Yeah, bro, I was your DJ." "That's right. Come here. And the journey began, and we talked about a lot, from being black and conservative, being a black Proud Boy, living, conspiracy theories. Oh, we touched on our favorite, what our favorite conspiracy theories were, and I found out something that I didn't even pay attention to, or maybe I did pay attention to it, but I memory hold it. But we talked about Building 6, so we always talk about the free falling building. We talk about Building 7 all the time, how it just fell. You know what I mean? It just fell on its own. But Building 6, he showed me some stuff, and it was like, darn you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the plans already and the weird hole, you know what I mean? So Sam speaks to the black experience like Mike does. Yeah, Sam. Yeah. Sam is in the club. He is a bona fide wigger. He is. Absolutely. And he's, I appreciate, man, just if I can speak on Wiggum for one quick second here. Look, man, like, he's not, like, he just is. Like, he came from, he grew up in South Central LA, and he just grew up in a probably pretty racially mixed spot, and he's just gonna be who he is, and you can't take that away from him or out of him, because that just is what it is. Boom, mentioning Building 7 is like a secret handshake at this point. Fuego is real. So.
Pretty much.
Yeah, gangster. And truth. So, man, you got to tell us about, man, there's so much to get to. But first, tell us about your experience that you had this weekend doing the St. Patrick's Proud Boy Jam. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, just a bunch of brothers enjoying St. Patrick's Day. Proudly repping, who we are and what we're about. Got to talk to a lot of people. It was cool. A lot of myths were broken. A lot of people, broke some myths. They got.
You said myths, not milfs, right? You
myths
and milfs. Hopefully, I mean, if it was a good night, I don't know.
It was. Listen. I milked my pillow. Okay, that's what I did. I was in my pillow because I was tired. We did a lot of movement yesterday. It was a very long day. Fair. So that's what I did. Now, there were people who were put in positions because there were plenty, MILFs aplenty in the city of Savannah. MILFs aplenty. So hey.
I feel like Savannah would be a hot spot for MILFs. You know what I'm saying? Because you still have the beauty, but the cost benefit analysis is great there. You know what I mean? So yeah, man.
Uh, it was St. Patty's, and MILFs in St. Patty's go hand in hand. That's just St. Patty's, and this was the 200th. So the MILFs were out, the young MILFs, the older MILFs, the mothers were out, the women were out. So it was a good time to be had. So shouts out to everyone who came into town and enjoying St. Patty's Day, and it was a blessing and great just to be with my frat bros and to enjoy that experience downtown with them. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to enjoy each other's presence. That's right. That's right. It was MILF Mania.
I think that's a line of quality entertainment that features hardworking women that enjoy male comfort.
Well,
Yeah. So
that was definitely St. Patrick's Day, because there were plenty of working class women who enjoyed the presence of men company, because man, listen, there are women in town, and I don't even know. Maybe it went further than this, but I know a lot of alcohol and a lot of food was consumed,
well, sure.
not at the cost of them. And there are even some top tier who had the room sponsored by someone else. So their entire trip was sponsored.
Get it where you can. You know what I'm saying?
Where
I
you
am not here
can.
to judge. You know what I mean?
Excuse me.
Okay, I got to read this before I put it up. I was rooting old right now. Of what? All right. So Jonah is having an interesting life, and thank you for sharing, my brother. That is good stuff. People need to know that people are doing stuff outside of what we're doing. So awesome. Yeah, man. That is killer. Now, the night before Friday Night Flights, you actually were live from a club.
That right?
Had your partner with you, your partner DJ with you. What was that like? And it looked like that you debuted, or you showed it's been a long day. You interviewed a couple of really cool artists. One of them I really liked. The dude was like kind of a alt hip hop anime kind of brother. You know what I mean? That
Trap
black
Rudo.
nerd space. Yeah.
Trap Rudo.
Trap Rudo. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love the black nerd space. You know what I mean? I grew up loving that, and that was nerd. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of
blurds.
thing.
And they're now like it's
blurds,
it's just blurds now. Yeah, black nerds, blurds. Shouts out to blurds, man. There are a lot of blurds that are and I'm not just, this is self-proclaimed blurs. If you don't know what a blurred is, go look it up. They shouts out to Cream Afro Cocoa Puffs. Shouts out to Zanaya. Shouts out to, man, see, I shouldn't even start calling people names. I'm just gonna stop right there because I'm gonna get lost in the names. But like, the blur space is awesome, and to see Trap Rudo and hear what he's about and hear his music, it was pretty cool. There were a lot of great artists that came through. For those who didn't catch the show, it's up in its entirety. We had some issues that popped off, but I went back in, because I'm pro, so we got to bounce back. So the whole 3 hour and some change Friday Night Flights episode is available, broadcast live from Pope Palooza, like I will do every third Friday, unless we switch up the date. I will be live on every third Friday at Pope Palooza in Island Breeze. That's where great artists come, and or aspiring artists, and some greats happen to be within the mix. I ain't gonna say all of them are great. They're striving to be great, but I ain't finna put that loud there, Ricky Bobby. And you be like, cuz you told me that was great, and I saw a dude named Africa who performed a song on somebody else's beat that's not really a song. You just say, who fucking tonight? That's it. And he's from Africa. He came from Africa to Savannah State to run track, and then he ran in the Olympics, and he stayed and never left. So you're not gonna put me in that category. You told me everything was great. Nope, not telling you everything. There was some great music there, some great artists. So come check us out. Pope Palooza. But yeah, I'm broadcasting live and have some pretty cool artists come through and chop it up and talk about their endeavors and talk about their music and where you can find them. So go check it out. Friday Night Flights. It's on my YouTube. It's on my Rumble in its entirety. It's also about on Facebook in its entirety. So we got it all there. But it was a great show. My boy Smooth did join me for a majority of the show. Tap Money came through because Tap Money is the proprietor of Pope Palooza.
Nice.
Wildlife Beezy, who's a local radio personality here in Savannah on E93. That's my little bro. He came through and jumped on for a second. Y'all heard him, but you didn't see him. It's my other brother, my partner, CJ the DJ, who's another local DJ and radio personality, but he's most active in the city. It's really between Wildlife and him. They're both on opposite radio stations. They both do damn good. So if one's not to the show, the other's at the show. That's pretty much how it goes down. Anyway, bro slid through. It was just a good time, man. A good vibe. It was a real good vibe. So y'all definitely check that episode out. That was one of the better fun episodes.
Yeah, man. I you know me, I go hard. I go wild. Last night was Saturday night, and it's cool that you do that. And I agree, man. That's why pros. Y'all just wait. Y'all just wait.
Don't. I tell them straight up. Don't wait, motherfucker. Participate. You feel me? Get in. Participate. Push your local. Push my local. If your local is close, I don't like just. If we're going to fix this shit, everything that we talk about, everything that we deal with on all of our respective shows, PT Pod, Friday Night Flight, the Megazord that is Rumble on Rumble, and everything else, in between, it all boils down to what are you doing locally? What are you doing locally to put people in position to check them? Because all those people can be checked by the locals. Listen, there are places. I'm just gonna let me put it on the Republican level. Right? Republicans believe that the hood, the black people, the Democrat, all the time, they believe they hate them so much that they, in many places, won't even go in their neighborhoods to have a conversation with them. Because they think it's pointless. In multiple cities, in multiple states. Because they believe that, hell no, they don't want to hear from me. I ain't even finna go try and talk to them. So what if we made them feel that way all across the board? And what if we took that same energy and the person who does come and talk to us, we support and help them and do it. They get what we need in paper and policy, and we in turn put that into play and use it and be a thriving community. Them motherfuckers would be scared. No, they got their shit together. Well, they about to come at us. Hell nah, I better get them what they want. I ain't finna come to them sideways. Hell nah. They know the people got the power. It's like that meme. I'm gonna find the meme. I'm gonna send it to you. We're gonna pull it up on the screen. When the dude's cracking the whip, everybody bent over. Then there's another meme, crack the whip. It's like 4 or 5 people standing up. And then the next one, he bending over with the whip on the ground because everybody's standing up. We got to get to the point where everybody's standing up. I think we halfway there. Let's get to where everybody's standing up. We'll fix all this crazy shit.
Yeah, man. I think it's when we decide as a whole and as a unit enough. And when we decide that it's, how do I say this? Like, everybody's like, oh, they're complaining. It's like, no, man. What our problems can actually unite us. We've all been screwed over by this weird demonic government system that is in control of many countries and on a much larger scale. And we got to think about it like that. Man, Jonah just wanted to, they can't have people like me having that flame touching their skin and finding metaphysical roots. Right? So, but Fuego agreed with you. It is time to get in the ring. What I was saying when I said wait, by the way, was just wait till they see what we have planned. But that's another.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I know that much. But nah, don't wait. Participate. And then when it comes, there you go.
And that's why I love what we do, because we give people an opportunity to get involved, if nothing else, because we're involved. And it takes an army, it takes a nation. Not everybody is on the front lines. Not everybody's on the, like, you are on the front lines of the front lines of the front lines. You know what you are behind, you're past the front lines and on to behind enemy lines, quite honestly. That's where you're at with all of this. You know what I mean? Because you're going deep. You know what I mean? Joe Gotta Go Bus, and that tour was a big behind enemy lines kind of scenario. You know what I mean? You do that, you live that life. I like to think, I mean, and then clearly you're on the front lines as well. I like to think, as far as media goes, we're on the front lines, even if we're not making a ton of a dent right now, we're making a big enough of a dent. You know what I mean? People are hearing us and seeing us. And clearly we're, making a big enough of a dent. And man, we got some big stuff coming up. And I'm not even worried about it. I feel like all of this is just practice. And in a way, one thing I wanted to touch on was, man, one of the coolest things. And when I got back, I really realized one of the coolest things was how I was able to interact with you. Because as you know, we were both interacting with a lot of different people, right? And I mean, everybody from Bryson Gray, who, you need to respect that man and watch what you say around him, to a Sam Tripoli, to a Hotep Jesus. It was a lot of different people. And I naturally, and probably wisely so, don't just trust people. I just don't. You know what I mean? You can't, unfortunately, man. Excuse me. But what I was able to do was, when we met, dude, it was like, it was almost like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, you're the first person in my life I met in person where it didn't feel any different. It was like, this is my dog. We already got the plan. Okay, cool. Now we're here. Now we link. Cool. We're linked. Now we do this. You know what I'm saying? And it was so crazy that we just in sync. And I was like, this is cool. This is the way it should be, man. So I'm excited about what we have coming up. I think that was beautiful. And then just a week out, even though we talked a lot about it, it's our show. We get to wrap it. Man, I thought everything was amazing. I thought Taylor was amazing, and really helped out. Of course, man, you were blasted to new levels. I think I told you I love it when a plan comes together. And very few times in life can you legitimately say, I love it when a plan comes together. And this was... Amen. This was a plan coming together. That's what this was, man.
Yeah.
And
we did that.
I like the fact you were seen, man. That's huge. You know what I mean? You were seen for the work you put in, for the talent you have. Chomp that cigar, she said.
Yeah.
How about I just puff that vape? You know what I'm saying? Look at that blue light on there.
It's lit. Oh, yep, there it is.
There we go. Anyway, man, we were able to execute, and it just gave me so much confidence in what we're going to be doing in the future, and yeah, man, it was just cool. It was just really cool. Any last thoughts on that as we wrap it? You know what I mean? To kind of close the book on this, or close the chapter and move on.
I'm just ready for the next one, whatever the next one happens to be.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to do that, so we can put, because my plan now, this has been my plan for some time. I didn't get to handle it in 2020 because we had the COVID that really shut everything down. But my plan since probably 2018 was to go to the Trump rallies whenever he's close to this area, take a group of people on a charter bus and take the DJ equipment and DJ outside at the rally.
Nice.
So I'm going to do that this here election cycle, because it's going to be able to be done. But I didn't get to do that first, but I got to DJ the hotel grifties before, right? So the hotels, when it comes to all the political things, like just where it's all, we are connected and linked policy wise, politically wise, ideology wise, It's the first thing I got to DJ because everybody knew I was, DJ Protocol. Everybody knew I was a DJ. They see me DJing the games and DJing festivals. Like I never hid, the festival. That's why, we were like, oh man, you did a phenomenal job. This. You ain't even watch my social medias because I be putting me downtown on River Street. Like it's there. You may not can find a lot of my old HBCU stuff because they deleted those particular social medias. But the people, they know my name. Watch the podcast. Watch Friday night. Watch Friday night show and look at the reverence from the people who know, right? It's like, I heard of you. Okay. And then the ones who know, it's like, oh yeah, it is what it is. Woo. So some people just they got to experience the pro personally. And that's what I want for this whole situation. I want people to understand, oh yeah, that nigga, his name is his name. He pro. He gonna DJ and he gonna act an ass, and he also gonna do what needs to be done politically as a responsible, honorable statesman. I don't know. I don't know what just happened there. I got caught me off guard.
Oh, sorry. You said honorable statesman. I hear you. No, man. And the thing is just you being seen and them understanding the value, your value, because also, we're in an industry that is a fight for value.
I'm Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Bitcoin in this bitch. What? Anyway,
you gonna be 10? Is you gonna be down with me 10-cent Bitcoin? Or is you gonna try and get down with me when I'm $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 Bitcoin? You feel me? Where you at? And right now, I ain't 10-cent Bitcoin no more. You know what I'm saying? Like
stock has risen.
Yeah, nah, we ain't even if we're gonna do it on a Bitcoin levels, break it down for people. I'm the $10,000 Bitcoin right now.
Hell yeah, you are.
And
Troublemaker Jonah, just got to shout him out. Okay, I am off, especially since y'all keep talking about that controlled opposition. Just kidding. I'm like, what? What? Anyway, I have to go save my battery so I can bring shit from Overdraft and freeze up my Fiverr figures. All right, buddy. Oversharing.
Stay up.
I love it.
Yeah, I don't even know what I don't like. Everything's controlled opposition. The question is, are you in control? Or yeah, I don't know where that thought came from.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not even close. Not even near.
Are you that much? Oh, I know. That's the TV ones. That's the ones that they make fun of us with.
Oh, yeah.
That maybe them the ones, because I don't know, none of mine. None of my homies that's on that demon rat train.
No.
So, but
yeah, man, for the most part, not Democrat or Republican, quite honestly,
right?
Because it's an evil uniparty,
Right.
I mean, to kind of get into that, right? MK Google touching your whole troublemaker, Jonah, right? Uh-oh. What's funny is I said that and my Google stuff popped up. You know what I'm saying? On my phone. I'm like, whoa. See, we got to be careful. They're always listed. You know what I mean? Oh, my gosh. That's trippy. Watching me.
It done came back. Look at that, full circle already.
Yeah, no, it's funny on Hotep Been told you, he was like, man, I had some spooky vibes in that green room. Because, Sam was just dropping knowledge. He was just dropping his, Sam knowledge. And not everybody's always ready for that. Or, you got to consider the source. Because a lot of people in public aren't. Like, we're used to talking like that in public, but a lot of people aren't and don't. And that's one thing you got to remember, especially, I think, in election season, is we're so far ahead of the curve that we get frustrated when people think that Trump had a fair trial in a sexual assault case. You know what? It's like that. That's the most ignorant thing, and it's such a dangerous precedent, and this and that. We could, we've gone over it many times, but a lot of people don't even know that. A lot of stuff that people don't know currently, because the news isn't leading. Wanted to touch on this, man. This was the most enraging thing that happened. or that I saw this week, and that is that the lie that Liz Cheney told during the 9/11 commission that said that Trump refused security or did not try to assist or try to get more police or security in. And it comes out that now there is legit testimony that he tried to bring 10,000 troops in, which is a sizable amount, an undoubted sizable amount. And he more than once went to more than one person. He went to the mayor of D.C., then he also went to the sergeant at arms of the sergeant at arms of the come on, help me out here, man. Congress, Senate of the Senate, the sergeant at arms of the Senate, and he said, straight up, he said, hey, let's get 10,000 troops here just to keep everything chill. You know what I mean? And he literally even said, and they broke it down to where he was like, look, Antifa is going to be one place. My supporters are going to be another. And they want to stop this, or they want to get stuff, blasting and messing up, right? So, let's get 10,000 troops in. And he was denied. And he was denied, in my opinion, of course, on purpose. And I think, we pretty much have enough evidence to say that. But he was denied these 10,000 troops. Not only that, or 10,000 National Guard troops that would have come in and helped keep order, and there would have been no insurrection. And, the kind where cops show you around and take selfies with you and say prayers with you. However, moving on. Anyway, there would have been not that if you would have had a wall of 10,000 people to get through. Plus, these are patriot people. They would not attack people that are like, man, we're just doing our job, trying to keep the thing going. Then, not only that, but then Liz Cheney lied about it, specifically hid it, and then came out and lied blatantly and said, no, he caused it because he didn't try to stop it. This is blatant proof he did try to stop it.
Man, look, the list of lies. Does anybody in the chat want to keep a list of the lies that this woman did? Because he done dropped a handful. I got a couple more I could drop, right? Like, lied. And then there was only 2 Republicans on the unselect committee, and it's supposed to be like 9, right? And it was only these 2 because they already told her, it was like, we're not going to let you bring any evidence. We're not going to let you present this. We're not going to let you do this. We got control of all this. So all the other Republicans were like, boy, no, that don't even sound right. And them ooh, Trump got to go. Ooh, me. Like, y'all, this Liz Cheney's. This is Liz Cheney. You know who her father is? You know who her father is?
Yeah, Evil Dick. Yeah. Satan.
Evil Dick. I was, I'm talking to the buttholes out there in La La Land. Now you good. I know you a smart individual. You a tough cookie. You so tough. You so smart. You got 2 brains of you in the same room. It's you in the black in the beanie, and it's the other one back there in the corner. You feel me? It's 2. It is fresh Mike and white Mike's 2-headed smart man monster in that room. We know you smart, but the other people, Dick Cheney is the father of Liz Cheney, who was over the unselect committee's Republican side, who told y'all that Trump didn't try to stop it, who told y'all that he was part of causing the insurrection, but didn't tell y'all that he asked for the 10,000, didn't tell y'all that Kash Patel had all the information. They interviewed Kash Patel, and y'all ain't heard Kash Patel. They ain't mentioned a Kash Patel name.
That's true.
And he was over everything. It's a lot of stuff. Listen, y'all, go look up the name Kash Patel and tell me why, in his position, he is not implicated in any of these cases against Trump. Because the man holds the bag. And not only does he hold the bag, they told y'all to hate Q. Kash Patel's name is all up in them Q drops. So you say what you want to. You say what you want to. But there's a reason that they're moving the way they're moving. This broad bought in some little skanky little heifer who trying to be Monica Lewinsky's great value version. Then sat up in there and told them folk, oh yeah, I heard from a very reliable source that Donald Trump, while he was in the beast, They told him they wasn't gonna take him to the Capitol. Man, Trump tried to grab the steering wheel from the back.
Yeah.
He
Oh
choked, he
yeah.
choked the man and tried to take the steering wheel. And that was a lie. But Liz Cheney brought her up as her star witness. And the bitch was lying. Yeah, I'm gonna
That's
call her
true.
bitch. She was lying. This is the people y'all believe. Now they're running with the bloodbath thing he said. Oh, it's gonna be a bloodbath if I'm not reelected. Yo, but what was he talking about before it was a bloodbath? What did he say, that people was finna be fighting in the streets and that people are armed and ready? And if I don't get reelected, it's gonna be a bloodbath? Or did he say, hey, China's screwing us really, really good right now with those brand new plants that they're building down there in Mexico for those cars? And see, he done removed all the tariffs and stuff, and he just letting them send this shit in no free willy-nilly. But if I was there, if I get in there, it's 100% tax. It's 100% tax. I'm just saying, if I get in there, it's 100% tax. But if y'all don't put me in there, shit, it's gonna be a bloodbath. Y'all think China and them getting over on y'all? Nah, just wait. This is literally the conversation this man is having. This is what he's saying. But they're telling you, oh, if I'm not reelected, it's gonna be a bloodbath. Y'all hear that? Trump saying he gonna come kill us. It's gonna be a bloodbath. If we don't put him in there, it's gonna be a bloodbath. So guess what, y'all? We gonna vote to make sure and tell him to bring it. Like this is the energy that they're pushing. This is what they want. We got to be smarter than that, y'all. Please. I'm off my tangent. That's it's blowing me, man. All of that is really throwing me off, the way that they're pushing this foolishness to our folk, man. And they just falling for it.
Yeah, man. What do you think about that? Because I don't know if it's media or what, but what I feel like I'm seeing is a little bit of a swing in the other direction. And I'm wondering if that's, you know what I mean? If I'm tripping there, what do you think about that?
I'm gonna show you what I think. Give me a second, and I want you to pull this up on the screen. This is what I think. Right,
Right is fair. Biden is AI.
All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yep. This is what I want right here. Let's see. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Don't stop. All right. This is what I think. I think they are scared. I think they are scared of this right here. And I'm not even this person's biggest fan. I'm not really a fan of this person like that. But if you guys are feast your eyes on this here, you should have it. I shared it, Mike.
All right, it's coming right now. Bam. Okay.
They
Yeah.
scared. They is scared. They got their biggest. She out here on F the system. She done dropped the baby. The baby is out. It's summertime fine season. It's time to get to it. And she straight up telling them, make America sexy again. You heard?
There you go.
She done already came out and said that she walking with Trump. Trump had the stimmies running, and now she out here saying make America sexy again. I
There you
think
go.
they're scared. I think they know that fuck that
It's going
fuck
down. Yeah.
what we're losing control. People gonna look they Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift may get the liberal suburb women daughter voters fresh out of high school, fresh into college, very emotional. Oh my God, women, right? They may get them, but those business owner women, them real paying attention women, they gonna be like, nah, bro, it ain't happening. And then you got the hood who gonna be like, nah, bro, ain't happening. It's gonna be over. So that's what I think. And so I'm to the point now where I'm looking and questioning and wondering about this coming election, and if it's really going to be an election.
See, that's the thing, man, is because, okay, I'm wondering, man, did I get caught up in the hype? Like Vivek, thinking that Vivek was going to overtake Ron DeSantis? Because in our world, it made complete sense. There was, look, man, right up until those first couple primaries,
Mm-hmm.
there was no one in our world who wasn't loving Vivek. And we kind of still do. We hope that Trump gets him and makes that happen. But I thought he was going to at least compete. I knew it was going to be, Trump, of course. And then I thought it was going to be DeSantis, then Vivek. And he was possibly going to compete in a couple of places because he went so hard in Iowa, if you remember. He went so hard. And then no, man, he didn't even come close to beating Nikki Haley, right? He didn't
So,
even come close to that. So,
well, the
that's what
caveat to that, because I could see that, and we've had this conversation before. If it was statewide ballot primary, it would have been a different story. But during that point in time, it wasn't the ballot boxes is open, go vote for who you want. It was caucuses. It was it was the actual party reps, the people who are in the party who were going and voting,
right.
the county people, the everyday people that was going in. It wasn't the the everyday party people. It wasn't the everyday working class. I'm going to go vote because there's polling precincts set up. It's now our caucus is going to meet, and this is who we're going for. And Trump got the caucus activated. Most of the people on the lower line of the Republican Party are the MAGA people. They went and realized, hey, the RNC is controlled by us down here, and it goes up the chain from the county to the district to the state to nationwide, but it starts with county. So all these people had to get in on the county level, right? So now they've officially went through their first, the bottom rung of being on the county level, and now they're working their way up to the districts and to the states, right? So there's going to be a major shift. Like, there's a movement. You're going to see a real different look of the Republican Party soon, and it's if we look at the firing of or stepping down of Ronald McDonough and the inputting of Laura Trump and the guy from North Carolina, right? Those are MAGA people. Again, the ascension is happening up the chain, and it's going to continue to happen as we go through more and more state elections, more and more state conventions, more and more district conventions.
And while that's not on the official show list for tonight, I really want to get your thoughts on that. Because you are heavily involved in the RNC on a few levels. What is your thoughts on the Laura Trump kind of taking over, and to a greater extent, the Trump's taken over? And then I read something about that they were. I should know more before I even bring it up on our show, but I figure you'll know. But I read something about they're cutting funding to minority-based communities or something like that. I don't know.
They already were. And that was a lot of problems that was happening. Like Ronald McDonough, them, if you go look at they released they released their receipts and where they were spending their money. They put the ledger out there, right? And they already weren't spending money in any of those places, right?
Where they were supposed to be.
Where they were supposed to be, right? Where money was supposed to go, it wasn't. They were having thousands of dollars in travel and bouquet of flowers and all that other stuff. They wasn't actually on the ground, handling business for the party. So so that funding was already low. But when they got in there, they slashed and fired a bunch of people because they were establishment or they were bloated people who weren't really getting the work done. All right. There's a restructure. I'm glad that it's gotten so now we're going to see Trump in action with his own team, right? Not with the RNC team, because when he first went in there, that was the establishment. That's how he ended up with Mike Pence. The second go around, it was half and half, but they also had plants. Now he's been out. There's a lot of people who exposed themselves to not really being down with him. He's kicked them to the curb.
Or trash
And now,
people, period. Yeah.
right. They're gone. So new people are coming in, and he is reaching out to the streets. Me and you had the conversation on there. You know what I'm saying? I'll be down in Florida sometime soon. Best believe it. And there's connections with real everyday ground working people to actually get the connection on every level. You show that you have interest, like the interest of conversations are put out there when they see that you're actually working and making the moves. It's just a matter of, do you go or do you not go?
Right.
A lot of people are saying, I'm not going. Instead of saying, hey, this is Trump. Let me go see, what's really going on. You got people who are like, man, I'm not going to go talk to Trump. That's crazy. All right.
Why? Yeah. Well, yeah, man. I never understood that. I don't understand why you wouldn't at least want to talk to somebody who was a president of the United States, love or hate him, just to get an idea of how their mind worked. Also, they're always going to have knowledge that you don't have, bro. Like it or not, they were the president. They got to watch the films you didn't get to watch. They had the codes. They've been to the bunkers. You know what I mean? They know things you don't know. And just to hang around them and learn what they learn or figure out how they think, and maybe, there's 100 different ways you could go with that. That would be interesting to me. But regardless of that, absolutely. I think Trump has always been really good at, reaching out to poor communities and minority communities. He grew up in New York, So, you mean like Meek Mill? That's how. Meek Mill.
Freak meal.
Freak meal. Jonas saying it. So, anyway, I think he's always been, really good at that. And I don't think that's a stretch there at all, man. So I think things are going good for, like I said, I don't want to get caught up in the hype. I don't want to get caught unaware either, but I don't want to get caught up in the hype because, man, I think we should try to, and, weird for me to say, but, man, I hope things roll status quo. I hope things stay and keep rolling status quo, because if that's the case, Trump's going to get in. We can start working on our we can start working on getting us back to an oil standard to eventually transition us back to the gold standard. And as Trump said, we'll be rich. I want Americans to be rich, I mean, and why not? I mean, he's seen Dubai. Most of y'all haven't seen Dubai. You don't understand what that is. You don't know what it is to live in a country where your money isn't 50 cents of every dollar basically going to the industrial war complex pre-tax. And you don't understand what it is to not have a dollar that's been taxed 4 times before you even get to touch it. And then it's taxed 2 or 3 times by the time it goes out of your pocket from sales tax, income tax. You already know. So anyway, it's crazy. If the founding fathers lived under our taxation, they'd have done blowed this stuff up, and we already know. The idea that we're supposed to have hundreds of thousands of government agency employees, please, man. Also, put that money back into the state, because once again, as you say, as I say, higher accountability. Higher accountability in a state. And that's what scares me. And I guess, man, like in a way, we didn't really get to address much of it, but like with the Biden speech and just the whole thing, I guess from a basic democratic platform, they're not wrong in that it's more government control, more federal control over what people do and their lives, less state control. And I mean a hard less state control is what they're doing right now and what they're preaching. But if that's the thing, right? If that's your thing of, I feel this country is run better when the federal government has more control, well, you're stupid. I want you to know you're stupid. You're a stupid human being. You are not smart at all for any reason if it comes to IQ or functionality. The idea that a multi-billion-dollar organization that has consistently lied to you, put chemicals in your food and water to make you fat and sicker, and then mandated you take drugs that kill you. If you think giving them more money and power is the answer to a better America, you're stupid. But that's the Democratic platform. So, I mean, it is what it is on that level, man. So he's not necessarily wrong, and we shouldn't be so lathered up over it, or upset going, brah, when it's like, well, this is the deal, man. This has been the deal and is going to be the deal with them. And, we're at a point in America where that doesn't hold anymore. It's not a good idea. And so there's got to be another way and a better way, and it's clearly not the rhino Republicans that we've had to deal with, I think. So, yeah.
We're going to get them out of there. But we have to get active and get them out of there. And that's
Right.
the biggest problem, is that we're not active with getting them out of there.
We working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of working, oh my gosh. Gotta bring it up. Gotta holler about my man. Bryson Gray is back on social media, y'all.
Yes, he is. He
back
came with
on
treats.
Social media. Yeah. He's got all kinds of stuff. I didn't realize. I just clicked. Oh, he's live right now. See? Come on, Bryson. Why you got to do this to us? You know what I'm saying? What's Bryson talking about? We go stream snipe.
Okay.
You down to stream snipe for a second?
Let's get it. Verification.
And I heard he don't like that. Clearly, I know.
Oh, it's not showing.
I would have been called Kanye. I don't even like being around soft people like that.
Give us 1 second. We're going to pull it up because we're trying to show the love for Bryson over here. And he's decided to go live on us while we're going live. So thanks a lot, buddy. That's not cool at all. It's all good. So let me see if I can get him live.
It's Sunday, though. You're not supposed to be working, Bryson. It's Sunday.
No, he's Saturday.
Oh, he's Saturday.
Yes, he's a Saturday guy.
Okay. All right.
Let's see here. Yeah, no video. I know. I'm not getting video either. Instagram is tripping. Maybe that's what it does. Maybe it won't let you redo it live. You know what I'm saying? So
really.
Anyway, Bryson has a movie and a record coming out all at the same time. He is working. He is pushing it.
Let's see. I'm going to find out. Okay. There's that.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. Got to talk to him a little bit about the film he has coming out. You know what I mean? He's hitting it. He's going hard. You know what I'm saying? So he is basically leaving no prisoners. You know what I'm saying? So as he normally does not. You know what I mean? So
he normally does not.
He's leaving no prisoners here. Yeah, man, my IG is weird on the computer. My IG works so much better on my phone, oddly enough. So Sabbath is Saturday. Sunday is satanic.
Well,
hey, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, well,
the
young man speaks from what he knows.
Right. And here's my thing about that, and no hate to anyone, but I think if you're just doing your best, you know what I'm saying, then I support you. You know what I mean? This ride is hard enough as it is, bro. You know what I mean? This ride is hard enough as it is. So it's one of them things, man.
I think the seventh day is actually Wednesday.
Right. I don't think it matters, man. I think I serve a God where that stuff doesn't matter. So Anyway, was going to go ahead and announce it. Bryson is live now. We won't stream snipe because it's acting weird, and I'd rather not anyway. But Bryson has agreed to eventually come on the show. He's got a lot to promote. We don't know exactly when that is, but we'll go ahead and drop now that he will be on the show. Eventually, we'll let you know when, and we're going to be doing some work with him this summer, and we're very excited. That will be beautiful. Imagine putting a protocol Bryson Gray kind of scenario together. Imagine, not saying it's going to happen. We're not saying anything out of class. We're just saying, imagine how cool that would be, yo. That would be awesome, right? Yes, it would be. So that's what that is. Yeah, man.
I go around having fun, you know what I'm saying?
Just Bryson. Chilling. Yeah,
Tyson
man, that would
James,
be
man. I really
beautiful.
want to kick it with Tyson James, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Sometimes I wonder maybe it's just, my own self, you know, boxing, but I smoke weed, man. I smoke weed a
Right.
lot. And
That's fair.
those guys are really they're really biblical. They're really on it, you know what I'm saying? And like I don't know how they take that, you know? Like, cuz I enjoy my burning bush, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy my conversations on the Kush clouds, you understand? And it's a
Well,
herb, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a plant that bears forth its own seed, you know what I'm saying? And I remember in Genesis, man, it said it right there to me. You look, Genesis book 1, the beginning, alpha, whatever you decide to call it. I'm raised black Southern Baptist. You understand? That where my foundation at, and my understanding and my relationship with God comes from on the ground level. I have become to evolve and understand more. That's how I'm able to, what I'm saying, understand the book on my own different level. Hey, Genesis, the man said we got all the birds in the air, the beast on the land, the fish on the sea, and the plants and fruits and everything that bear forth its own seed, except from that tree of knowledge. You don't mess with that tree of knowledge. Now, if you want to tell me that the tree of knowledge is marijuana, which I could personally say you may be on to something because I am of the variety. And this is me, kids. I am not inspiring you to do this. This is not me doing this because I don't think you've grown enough to do this. However, I have
correct.
learned that if you study high and you test high, you will indeed score high. At least that's what happened for me. All right. Study high, test high, scored higher than the motherfucker. So it could be the tree of knowledge. I wouldn't argue it. But hey, man, leave me be. I ain't messing with nobody. I'm still being a great man, doing the work of the Lord, trying to help my people become the best people that they could be. And I'm doing my best with 3 fish and 2 loaves of bread.
Amen. And to that, hey, look, man. See, I think about this, man. And after this, we're gonna play the trailer just for love purposes. But man, I come from a place of everybody's on their path, and Jesus never made anyone feel bad for not being as Christian as him. Jesus
Mhm.
never made anybody feel not good enough. And because I'm maybe farther along in some ways, I'm not farther along in others. I've got my own issues, and I'm the first to admit that. And I work on them, and I pray on them. Absolutely. And I think that's important to understand is that there's a lot of people out there just trying to figure it out, just trying to make it.
Mhm.
And, if they're admitting that there's a God and that they're, maybe a person who needs God in their heart to understand the divinity inside them and that they are a child of God and a creation of God and ultimately part of God through Jesus, if that's what they're just dealing with and accepting and trying to get down with, amen to that. You know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
not going to hate on them because Lord knows I fall short every day, without a doubt. And I probably always will. But I'm not going to stop trying to do the best and be the best. And I think even part of that comes with, in the Bible, it says in Matthew, I believe, or Romans, no, Romans 10:16 says, be, wise as serpents, yet innocent as doves. And I know that the other side is doing some very serpentish type moves. And I think that also is, if we're in a chess game, it serves me no purpose to be innocent and good and not know how to play chess and come in with just good intentions because I will get beat. And we're called to, be, warriors and soldiers of the mind, of the spirit, of the heart, and that's what we got to do, man. And that's simply what we got to do. Um, yeah, man. I don't think the smoking weed is. I think it's like anything else, man. It depends on if it's stopping you from being the person that you feel God wants you to be. I know people that don't even drink coffee anymore because they want no form of addictive anything in their life. And to them, I say, amen, brother. You know what I mean? That is awesome. And honestly, I hope I may get there. If I get a conviction over coffee and feel like my need for coffee, which is a strong need, no diggity, but if I feel like my need for coffee someday hinders me from being the man I'm trying to be, okay, cool, man. Then I'm about to go on that journey to get rid of it, to get rid of the need for it. And so that's cool, but that's not where I'm at. And I'm not ever going to attack somebody. I don't drink alcohol. And if you do, that's cool, man. Now, I'm not ever going to tell you not to drink alcohol. I'm going to tell you, do you feel like it's hindering you? That's even a question you need to ask. And a lot of people don't even need to ask that question. You know, it's like, man, I have a couple beers. Good for you. I never understood what 2 beers was. Why would anyone just have 2 beers? What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Why would we do that? We have whiskey. So that's why I don't drink. But yeah, man, I think every man has their own path. And I feel like it's up to us as other men who stand in solidarity to hold them down. Let them know where they're messing up, but not cast them out. You know, because that's our thing is accountability and responsibility, but doing it by say we're going to do it. I put my name on my word. There's nothing I don't do where I know my name isn't on it, and it's a sink or swim. So I better be the man I said I was going to be, or you know what I mean, or it ain't going to work. And that same thing with you every day. You're like, but you're just that dude. It's different with you because you just live it. So
I just live. I just live.
You live.
I just live. That's what I do.
Every day we live.
That's it. Have my purpose and I just move forward.
Absolutely. And with that, here is the new trailer from Bryson Gray about his new film.
Oh, hey. You've probably been wondering where I've been. Well, the better question is, why am I in this movie theater all by myself? Well, that's because this Thursday, I'm releasing a movie to go along with my album, Bryson the Demon Slayer. Oh, here's the movie trailer.
Rapper Bryson Gray.
Bryson Gray is said to be leading a Christian vigilante group
In a war against Satan.
Bryson on some Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, you
That
know what?
looked cool to me.
We're gonna go ahead and give it its proper due.
I like it. That's fair, man. That was awesome to me, dude. I really liked that. That was better than I thought it would be. Let's be honest. Oh, it was better than I thought it would be because you never know. It's tough making a low budge movie. You know what I mean? A self-produced movie, man. That is beautiful. That's rad. She says that's rad. I know. And the cool thing about it is, saw an injected medical product reference in there. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know he's coming in. It's Bryson. He stood up at the Grifties and was like, "All y'all need to repent right now. You looking at porn? You need to repent. You drank it? You need to repent."
Repent. It was repentance. Repentance was on the tape. Repent.
Repent.
And your soul shall be redeemed.
Yeah, man. And he man, that was good, dude. That was really good. And the funny thing is, like, I was watching that thinking I could see Bryson actually in this situation. You know what I'm saying? I could see him getting locked up over his beliefs, somehow breaking out, you know what I mean? And somehow fighting demons. Like, you know what I mean? It looks really well done. I agree. That was some fire. That looks really good. That looks even better than I thought. And maybe one of the best low budge, and I hate to say low budge, you know what I mean? Independently produced things I've seen in a long time. Heck yeah. Good job, Bryson. Great. Can't wait to get you on and talk about it. Let's go. And I guess he's got a soundtrack. This is brilliant. They haven't done this. They used to do this a lot in the early 2000s where they would release a soundtrack along with the movie as kind of a package compilation deal, which I loved, man. One of my favorite soundtrack records ever is from Dusk Till Dawn. It's a great soundtrack record. But I highly recommend checking this out, man. And we're going to check it out. We will let you know what we think when we get a copy of it. We'll see if we can get a screener, what they call a screener. That's one of those industry terms for an early release. So, yeah.
I'm with that.
Yeah, man. We'll get a screener so we can talk about it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. Love screeners. I love screening. I'm a screening fool. He said, "Mike, stop screening." And I said, "No, give me them screeners and I watch them. I'm crazy." So, speaking of crazy, man, your girl, Fani Willis. That Fani is smelling like a rose. That's a magical, it's a magical situation.
It ain't smelling like a rose. That thing smells shitty. And he didn't want to be the teacher to say, you know, you got to go home because you got shit in your drawers. But you got shit in your drawers. And you can go home and change drawers, or you could take the shit turd out your drawers and flush it and not change clothes. But no, understand, you're shitty. And what he ultimately said was, I don't want to be the guy to tell you that you got shit in your drawers because they gonna call me a racist bigot. So I'm gonna leave you on there. I'm gonna leave you with your shit. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna let you make the decision, but I ain't gonna tell you because you got shit in your drawers. You got to go home because I want these black folk to like me because I want them to reelect me, even though I got a snowball's chance in hell to get. Excuse me. I want them to elect me. I keep saying reelected. He was never elected into that position. He was appointed into that position after the seat became vacated, and Governor Kemp is the one who made the appointment. So he put in a conservative dude. But when them people vote, they're going to vote for a judge the same way they voted for a Fani Willis. That's just what's going to happen in that area. So he basically was a jackass who thought he could save his. Do you know how old that dude is?
Oh,
He's younger than me.
wow. Wow. So like early 30s.
He's 34.
Early 30s.
I'm 35.
Wow.
He's 34. So he's younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he looks really rough.
That's a rough 34, man.
That's a rough 34, man.
That's a hard 34.
God dang. But yeah, he did that being, you know, thought he was gonna play nice and not get in trouble, and maybe the people will reelect me, or maybe the people will elect me into this position officially. And no, bro, it's not gonna happen. You should just do what it was done. And now because he set it up, though. He did set it up. I will say he's smart, right? He set it up for the bar, the ethics commission, and there's also, we got this new commission that can go after DAs. Like, it's set up for a nice alley-oop. You know what I mean? Like, it's set beautifully if they go after it. And it's a couple of them are definitely going to go after it. So she ain't smelling like no roses. She's just skating just a little while longer, but it ain't going to last much longer. She on the clock.
And once again, it's important that it speaks to and something that we really preach here, and we try to live it. You are the living embodiment of it, and that is how important your local elections are. This is a woman that was elected, shot to national fame and stardom on a level, infamy, if you will. But this is a woman that was elected with maybe 30,000 votes all in.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. And that might be very generous. So it is so important to participate in your local elections and know who you're dealing with and what you got going on. We can't say it enough. It'll be interesting to see how this shakes out, in my opinion, man. Only because, and a lot of this is from talking to you, and what I've learned from you is that it is a brutally corrupt system that's going on down there in Georgia. You know what I mean? The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a vote to steal. You know what I'm saying?
And listen,
he was in the spot because he was way behind, so he was willing to.
Them sap suckers, boy. Listen, when that song came out, Devil came down to Georgia. What year that song came out?
Oh gosh, 70s. Hold on, let me look. Devil went down to Georgia. That was huge in where I came from, and I'm sure it was huge where you were at.
August 2020, general primary. No. Yeah. Get this. Yeah.
79. May 21st, 1979.
So they said the devil came down to Georgia in 1979. You don't think that motherfucker got a home around this bit somewhere? You don't think he got a home? He got a home. He got a whole home. I am trying to find they really hid this over here. I've come to August 11th, 2020. That's not.
What are you looking for?
Okay. Oh, this is her election. Okay. That was a special election? It was a special election. Okay. All right.
Isn't it crazy? The deeper you dig, the more layers there are. She wasn't just elected. It was a special election. Homeboy wasn't elected. He was appointed. It's like none of these people just got elected. You know what I mean? Ran in their communities and did the job. And that's the thing. There's so little oversight in your community because people are so. It's the big play. You know what I mean?
Big play.
Get people so caught up in stuff far away from them that they don't realize, appointees and special elections and all this shady stuff goes on. And you're talking about, 10,000 votes. You know what I mean? Yeah, shit is a mile deep and a mile wide, Fuego. Absolutely. 100% without a doubt.
Yeah. Special election, she okay. Fani Willis. Okay, so we got District Attorney Atlanta. Paul Howard is the incumbent. On election day, he got 9,621 votes. Advanced voting, 8,495. Absentee by mail, 7,154. Provisional, 273. You received a total 25,543 votes. The challenger, one Miss Gorilla Grip Pussy herself, Fani Willis. Election day, she received 25,328 to his 9,621. In advance voting, she got 23,521 votes, as opposed to his 8,495. Absentee by mail, she received 15,370 to his 7,154. It's almost double.
It's like 1.35. Like, I know you could do the numbers. It sounds Like you could almost figure out the exact
Yes.
1.1.68 or something.
Yes.
And they do that, because they're like, well, if we do an even number, people will figure it out.
Yeah.
So
And then provisional 504 to his 273.
yeah, a
Yes,
fuck ton of
Fuego.
mail-in.
That's a fuck ton. Bro, 15,370 mail-in. But then, okay, but so now let's put this into perspective again. Let's go back up. This special election happened on August 11, 2020. All right. So this was ballot harvesting, right? Because they were still in play. Understand? So I don't know about everywhere else, but I can tell you in Georgia, right? So they made Trump to be such a evil, racist person in the US, right? In Georgia, I can tell you because I live in Georgia. I can't speak nowhere else, but I can tell you in Georgia, where all my niggas at, all right? They went hard in the hood. All right. They had the church, they were doing parking lot concerts. They were doing drive-by. That's why, I talk a lot of trash about Black Voters Matter, because people talk about Black Lives Matter, and they know it was a whole nother organization that was Black Voters Matter. It wasn't connected to Black Lives Matter except for blacks and matter, right? So just in your mind, you kind of went along with the flow as far as marketing was concerned. This was during the summer of love, right? They made Trump to be so bad that in black cities, they lured them to vote like crazy for not just against Trump, but for any other Democrat that was running for office. That's where you have these influx of super blue cities down here in the South, because they used the ballot harvesting, right? They got the people riled up, they got them energized. So now it's like, hey, let's get you an absentee ballot. Let's get you a mail-in ballot. Let's get this mail-in ballot sent to your house. Let's get you signed up for this mail-in ballot. Whoop-de-whoop. And then they turn around and they pressured them about those mail-in ballots. Hey, you turned your ballot in. Hey, you did this. Hey, you did that. You got your mail-in ballot, right? No, you want to go to advanced voting? They mobilized those people. So you did have a lot of people who was transported by buses to the advanced early polls. The lines was long as hell here in Georgia, right? You had people who was like, hey, you
Oklahoma
mail in.
too.
Yep. It was crazy. They activated them. So, that's why a lot of these numbers look like this from 2020. You're not going to see this in 2024. Because a lot of people didn't put their squash down on mail-in ballots.
Right. And it's, the provisional thing that they allowed to have in place is done. So, yeah, man, like I keep saying, like we keep talking about it, it's like they're going to have to pull a rabbit out of the hat to the point of, and I know Alex Jones has said it, so it's like, but seriously, it makes sense when he says this, is that Trump is winning by such large margins that if they tried to do what they did last election to beat him, it still won't work. He's winning by that many, where it would, you know what I mean? It would be blatant, you know what I mean? So, bam. He said activated is a damn good term. Absolutely.
Yeah, I watched that. I watched that activation. Like, bro, people were so activated, like they were turning against their own family who said that they were for Trump. That's how activated they got people into hating him.
Well, they still do. I mean, what was it? Daniel Tosh was just on, and he was like, I forgot what podcast he was on, but Daniel Tosh, if you guys know, I'm a comedian guy. Yeah, man. He was like, anybody I know that votes for Trump, I cut them off. They're not a part of my family anymore. And he was being serious. It wasn't like, HJ said on Gutfeld. He was being serious about this. And it was crazy and it was nuts. And I mean, they're that way. That's something that, I was talking about, to a couple people, some of our new friends we met, I made the mistake of thinking that when I discovered that we were only getting half the information and then the other half of the information we were getting was straight lies, and that, Trump wasn't the dude they were making him out to be, and he was actually doing a lot more inroads and work to help communities that they said he was blatantly against. I'm like, but wait a minute, y'all. They hated me and threw me out because it's not about truth and it's not about what's really happening. It's about them being, I guess, right. And if you can prove them wrong or you can show them a different path, they have to throw you out, which is crazy because that's supposedly the side of things that is the thinking side and the willing to be open to new opinion side. And that's bullshit. But I think it's important that everybody knows that, but I think they're getting there. And I think, for the average folks, you know what I mean? The average Uber driver, the average guy serving you lunch, you know what I mean? The average plumber, they don't care about that. They want to be able to buy groceries. They want to be able to, you know what I mean? They want to be able to buy steak again. They want to be able to have a nice brisket, and they're not going to be able to afford a brisket, so they're doing hamburgers for the, summer cookouts. And it's just those little things you have to cut, and you're like, I'm working harder than ever before, yet I'm getting less. I don't get to go as far in my gas tank. I don't get to live the life I want. So no matter how much the New York Times or any of these trash publications push how great Biden is, or no matter how much Biden pushes how great Biden is, we are all struggling, and we know that, and once again, it hurts the weakest of us, and that's the thing that makes me the maddest. And it's interesting too, man. I wanted your thoughts on this. It looks like the stock market's still going crazy, and that actually worries me at this point, man, because it's a bubble. We're not producing at the rate we're financially growing, right? So what, are they setting it up for Trump because they feel like he's in and there's nothing we're going to be able to do? So now, we got to, blow up the economy. And here's the thing about it, we are stupid, dude. We love our profits. If I have crypto or a stock that goes up 40% right now, I'm not thinking, wait a minute, why is this stock going up 40%? It makes no sense. It shouldn't be going up this high immediately. This doesn't, you know what I mean? We need to follow the string here, back to the door and open this door and get some more info. But no, we're like up 40%, cha-ching, I'm the man, boop, pew, pew, pew.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, but that's how bubbles are created. And then when bubbles burst, everybody hurts. So, I mean, or, America is just, because of our war efforts, true story, we are being strengthened in our global economy because, Israel and other allies, are needing our assistance. I'm trying to say this in the way that, won't get us in too much trouble. They got me scared now. But
Man, fuck them, bro. Shit, they around here trying to send our money to all these adversarial people
allies
who they really just hate us. They ain't allies. I'm gonna tell you who they is. I'm gonna call it for what it is. They some old goddamn leeching ass skis assholes. You know what I'm saying? They some old leech ass skis asshole who can't manage money, and they feel like, it's something that they got in their drawers. I don't know what Ukraine and the small hats in them got on America in their drawers that make them just want to keep throwing money at them like some dumbasses. But regardless, we let these old tycoons who probably can't do nothing but sniff draws at this point in time, got dang gonna send all our money across this dang on water, and we got to check that.
Yeah, I hear you, and I'm not for that. I'm trying to figure out what the bubble represents. I'm trying to figure out why the market hasn't corrected itself, and ultimately, is it a setup so when Trump gets in, they crash the economy on purpose, or they're building an economy that has to crash in the next couple of quarters. And it crashes right when Trump is at his zenith, and that's what they use to either shut it down or, Trump rides in on a busted economy and they can go, look what happened, 4 years after Trump, knowing he's only a 4-year guy. Or is there some legitimacy behind it, and we are increasing in value due to the war effort and the stuff like that. So, although I'm seeing so many damn layoffs, though, too. Like, it makes no sense to me, bro.
Trump
like,
exposed the magic wand. I don't know if you were around or if you heard mentioning of that, but it was said, especially within the 17 community, that he had the magic wand when it came to the economy, right? He exposed what it was, making it go up, making it go down, XYZ. He
Yeah.
showed that. Him doing that, when he showed it, he showed them. Okay. And he still got, there's some layovers behind the scene that is there working with Biden to be able to, make certain things look a certain way for him. It's going to crash out, right? Trump's
Right.
plan was to run it off the cliff. The system is busted. We can't use it anymore. Run it off the cliff. But what he was doing while running it off the cliff was setting up the parallel economy. This may run off the cliff, and those who are stuck on it and won't get off it and they just fall with it. But those of us who are smart enough to create this parallel economy over here, right? We're going to be able to keep on chugging, keep on lugging, and keep on moving. That's why he was giving so much money to businesses, particularly small businesses. That's why he was telling people to, hey man, update your systems, update your machinery, get this, get that, because when the economy crashes and the dollar isn't worth anything and it's just floating in the street like Venezuela, guess what doesn't float in the street like Venezuela? The machines,
Correct.
the assets that you purchased. You can now turn that into whatever the current currency is. And that's what that move was. That's what he was doing. And they seen that. And that's why they shut everybody down and sent everybody home. That's why they caused people not to be able to go to work and make the dollars to continuously pay that stuff off, to where those people had to be like, oh man, I got to sell this off because I need to liquidate because I don't have any money because COVID didn't shut us down. Right. That was the play. That was the ultimate play of it all. If you really, like, we want to talk about who died, yeah, they say people died, but those people who died were going to be the people who died with pneumonia and all of that anyway. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and just put that out there.
Oh yeah,
That
and they
was
had at
so,
least 3 to 5 comorbidities.
yeah,
80% of them or something. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was going to happen. It was, if you look at the numbers, you look at the COVID numbers and then look for flu numbers, and you will not find flu numbers. But go, back a few years and look at the flu numbers with the comorbidities that took people out, and it's going to look exactly the same as COVID-19. That's just what it is. I'm not saying that just to say shit. I truly mean it. Were there people who quote unquote died from COVID-19? Yeah, there's people who died from COVID-19 because that's what they told you they died from. But if COVID-19 wasn't the flavor of the week and it was a regular old flu or regular old pneumonia, your people died from the flu. Your people died from pneumonia, and these comorbidities is what helped to take them out of the game. That's the story you would have gotten in 2020 if President Trump was not in office. I'm
That's
just
true.
being real.
Agreed.
So, but they got to do something. They got to do something to keep him out because they know that he is the economy. The man is a walking stimulus check. The man is a walking economy. What you mean he's a walking economy? I'm so glad you asked, my liberal friend. The man released a pair of shoes at $400 each and sold out before the website even went online.
And then they started reselling for $4,000, 10 times, 10x. Same day. Same day.
They went from $400 to $4,000 in the same day. Come
Well, dude,
on.
that's you know why though, right? Because black people like shoes. I heard from Fox News.
I heard, and funny enough, I don't know many black people who got their hands on the shoes. I see more black people like, hey man, you know where I can get a pair of them shoes from? Then I see who like, hell yeah, I got the Trump Force Ones.
Yeah.
Like, I see more white people and Asians and rich people with these shoes than I do regular black people. Oh, black people are gonna like them because he made sneakers, and he thinks black people are like him because he made sneakers. Well, guess what? I'm black, and I do like the fact that he made some damn sneakers. You know why? Because I've been that little black boy who drew sneakers in school and was like, maybe one day I can make me a pair of sneakers. I was that little black boy. So yes, yeah, Mr. Sir, I'm gonna do this for you, sir. I'm gonna give you, because every day you continuously fight and chase your dreams and do things that you want to do. I saw you at SneakerCon say, you know what? I wanted to do this like 12, 13 years ago. I wanted to make some shoes, and now here they are. You know, I got with some friends that are great at making things happen, and we made this happen.
Hell yeah.
I'm make them dreams. Shouts
Make
out.
it happen.
That's the old, you know who he is in my eyes? A old man, grumpy Rob Dyrdek.
Honestly, I see, to me, him and Kanye West, I get it. I do. I get their thought processes of, because you know me in that you know I'm also a very, people are like, well, that's not the way it's been done, or that's not the way we do things, or we can't do this like this. And I go, yes, we can. Watch. You know what I mean? Give me a minute. Hold my beer. Like you said. Thank you, by the way, shouts. But you know me. I don't. And I feel like that's a very Trumpian thing. It's like, well, why can't we? Well, that's not the way we do things, and people will get upset. But is it best for the American people? Yes. Do we have the actual ability to do it? Well, yes, sir, absolutely. Well, get it done then. Period. What are we doing? What are we here for? You know what I mean? And that's how I feel about this as well. Well, let's get it done. What are we here for? To make it happen, especially when it comes to something like running the country. Now, you know, and just to address it, yeah, does Trump possibly have deep state ties? Yeah, kind of have to. I think if I ran for president, I'd have to know a couple of those people and, you know a couple secret handshakes just to get in the door. Let's be honest. This stuff is infiltrated, y'all. Infiltrated, okay? So there's that. But here's the thing about it. Wealth equals freedom. We all know that. If I am stuck on a government check in a Section 8 house, I don't get to go on vacation to the south of France because I don't have the wealth that equals that freedom, right? And I think Trump is like, look, man, it's kind of, this is my theory, and I don't mean to be too black-pilled, but I believe that Trump is like, look, man, they got it. You know what I mean? We were, you know what I mean, starting in World War I. You know, the Rothschilds enacted a plan, and they got it. And all they've been doing is sharpening their blades and figuring out how to execute their plan without war. You know, let's lower the cost of plan execution. Let's lower the backlash of plan execution. And let's get it to where, like cows, if we go march this way, they just march this way. And it used to be we had to, you know, do propaganda and patriotism and fighting for freedom, which you're trying on the other side now. Just get the freak out of here with that BS. But anyway,
right.
You know, democracy. You know, if you vote for the person you want that actually took us out of wars and gave more money to folks and actually gave more voices, or at least attempted to hear more poor folks and more brown and black folks' voices than any other president, you'll destroy democracy if you don't stop him. Really? Really? Anyway. It's a whole nother thing. The point is, if he's like, okay, the deep state got us. Look, man, they got us. You know what I mean? They enacted a plan and they are too powerful and they got us. But if you are an American and that American dollar can transform into 1,000 rubles, 10,000 pesos, 5,000 yen, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And so you can take, you know, 5 to 10,000 US dollars and set up shop at a place that isn't so terrible. That's still looking out for your people, because what? Trump's going to come out and go, we're fucked. He can't do that. He'd be like, vote for me anyway, because I'm trying to basically make a parachute happen, right? So all my black-pilled folk, if that's the case, which I'm not saying it is, but I'm not saying it's not, okay? I'm really not. But I'm not saying it is. But even if, you know, it's like me and my wife went and looked at a new house, which, I can't wait, dude. I got a nice house, corner lot, double car garage. I'm going to have the pro bedroom whenever you come, extra wash rags, because I know how you like to get down.
Yeah, because from what they say, y'all don't use rags. So get me a wash rag.
Well, see, but I use my own bar of soap, right? Like I have my own bars. I don't share
Yeah.
You know what I mean. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have both for you. You're gonna
Speaking
have a
of,
bar of soap. Anyway, what's up?
now see, listen, I already got what kind of soap.
Whatever you like, man.
Oh, look, but that Dr. Squatch.
Yeah, okay. That's if that's
Yo,
what you need, we got you.
hey boy,
Not a problem.
they got it's the bear, man, it's the wood bear. I used it at the Grifties. That was my first time using it. Went to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Grifties. Man, I was grocery shopping, right? Because I want to get me some snacks on the plane because I ain't want no snakes on the plane. So I got snacks
You
instead of
were
snakes.
motherfucking sick and tired of the motherfucking smacks on that motherfucking plane. Yeah.
Hey, the snacks were good though. But I went and got me a soap, and I was looking for the travel stuff, trying to find everything to put in the bag.
Yeah.
And I walked by Dr. Dr. Squatch, and they had the bars
Yeah.
on sale. I was like, what? I remember seeing you because they're supposed to be that good stuff for men, you know what I'm saying? And they got that extra stuff that you put in on. Nah, no, none of them chemicals. Man, this press soap too, right? Man, I might have was smelling them. And then of course, it's the brown one, you know what I'm saying? It's the brown one. Got me smelling too good. I was like, oh Lord, boy, let me get this one. That thing good, boy.
Man, I'm ashamed to tell. I mean, because I use like Irish Spring, so fresh
Irish
scent.
Spring.
You know what I'm saying? I really I do because I use that and then Dial, because Dial reminds me. My grandpa always used Dial and Irish Spring scent. Yeah, man. But I like to smell fresh, man. I wear the cologne. I got the lotion and the cologne and the soap. You know what I'm saying? I try to be as fresh as possible. So, let's see here. Yeah, man. Just checking them chats. But yeah, no, absolutely. But whatever you like, you know what I'm saying? I like that. And then there's like it's a Dial fresh scent. You know what I mean? And it's like, that's what I use. I like to use stuff that says fresh on it because I'm stupid. I use the Old Spice fresh scent deodorant, everything is fresh. I like that freshness, so
fresh Mike to the core. I need everything fresh. Orange juice fresh. Sir, we don't have go get the oranges and press some fresh orange juice.
I know you know how to squeeze because you're squeezing my balls over not having fresh orange juice over here. Whoa. Hey, what am I, at Jabari's?
I need that tea. God damn, man.
Man, I can make that tea. Man, that tea was cinnamon toast. I think I can recreate that tea, man. So, it was so sweet. You like it that sweet, man. I didn't taste tea. I loved it. But it was like, it was a dessert tea, not a meal tea, in my opinion. Now I'm just sounding bougie.
I could see that. No. I could see that. I could definitely see that. It was just, I'm from the South. You feel me? Where, if you get fancy, somebody might make some mango, make some peach. But we do that good old regular sweet tea. And you squeeze that lemon in that thing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's in it, and you taste the sweetened tea, not the teed sugar, right? It was the sweetened tea with the lemon, and they just dancing. That's it. But see, that was different. Like I said, what caught me was the apple in that motherfucker. When I looked up, I was like, boy, what that? They don't put the tea bag in my tea. No, that's not a tea bag. That's an apple.
And she left the picture on the table because she loved you. That waitress was vibing on you, dog. Good for you, man. Everybody was vibing on you, man. Everybody was pause, but everybody was loving protocol. So in every way, shape, or form.
When you're a great person, you have that on people. I noticed that this weekend too, St. Patty's weekend. It was man, a lot of people gravitated and a lot of conversations was had. And again, like I said, I was myth busting this weekend, man. I was myth busting. It was amazing. Shouts out to everybody I met yesterday. St. Patty's celebration in the city. It was awesome.
Also, I think, man, like it's like anything else. I got guitars behind me. I hardly play. Maybe once a week I'll squeeze 30, 45 minutes out of it. Because it truly is cathartic. Like the way, once again, I compare it to the way some dudes game. It's like you get busy, maybe you can squeeze an hour or two a week out of gaming, And you know what I mean? And it's fun and it's cathartic. But you also know that if you spend 4 hours a day gaming for a month or two, right, you could pretty much enter into tournaments. I could go try out for a band because my chops would be there and my brain would be flowing in that way. And I think that's a key part of you, man, that I don't even know if you know, man, but you're in these streets. And I know we say it, but there's a point to that, and that is that those muscles are exercised. As a stand-up, I'm going to do an open mic, couple open mics next week, just because I got a big 420 show, and I need to get back in comedy shape. I need to, have a couple of jokes and get that timing and that rhythm and that comfort on stage versus just like, that host energy that I can bring anytime. But, comedy is a craft, and I need to get into that. So people is a craft. Having people love you, talking to people, being able to instantly connect and communicate with people is a craft. It is a skill. It is something that is honed over time. And that's why it's so easy for you, man, because you are out there. You're out there with people that'll scream awful words in your face, as happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And you're out there with people that give you much love and are just like, thank you for who you are in the community. But every day, white folks, black folks, brown folks, rich folks, poor folks, Republicans, Democrats, you name it, you are out there amongst them, shaking their hands, giving them hugs, feeding hungry folks, trying to give jobs, trying to, promote the youth. So when you run up on a Sam Tripoli, when you run up on a Alex Stein, when you run up on a Hotep Jesus and you meet them for the first time, you're able to communicate and make that connection because it's what you do. That is hard work, and that hard work pays off in that way. That hard work pays off where you can understand people, communicate with them, and be great on a podcast. So, but you know what I'm saying, man? Yeah. That's one of those skills, one of those, superpowers. Self-awareness is a superpower. That instant connection because you touch flesh, you shake hands, you know what I mean, on a daily. That's a superpower because you're not freaked out. It's not something you have to adjust to. It's something that you understand and do. And I think that's super important. Speaking of pressing the flesh, man, I got to give my man some love. Bear with me. Shane Cashman. We love Shane Cashman here on Rumble. He's our guy, and he just dropped. He's got a new novel coming out.
Really?
And yeah, he wrote about Kanye West, actually. Okay. And he wrote a Twitter post about it, and I want to read it here just because we love the man.
Yeah, shouts out to Shane, man.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun to check out. So yeah, there we go. All right, and boom. Shane Cashman writes, I will start serializing my novel this week. I started with the outline on October 23rd, 2010. Also, my mom's birthday. Shout out, October 23rd, 2010.
Your 23rd is your mom's birthday?
October 20th. Yo, that's mama's birthday.
That's one day after the pro's birthday. That's right. October 22nd is the pro's birthday. Yes.
It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Yes. And that's beautiful. So he started writing the outline on October 23rd, 2010. The only people who've known the majority of the plot are his wife, who's awesome. Shout out to Mrs. Cashman, and Kanye West, the one, the only Kanye West. When I told Kanye the plot in December 2022, he was about to post details characters to Instagram. I asked him, please do not do that. Thankfully, he obliged. And I can see Shane, please don't do that. How do you ask Kanye to not post shit? You know what I'm saying? But he did. And thankfully, Kanye obliged.
He obliged, yo. Yes.
Yeah. There's been additions to the plot in the last year, but the title and the overall concept remain the same. When I started writing in 2010, I imagined the traditional route of selling to a publisher, but serializing this on my own with zero middlemen seems the most exciting and free. I considered putting it behind a paywall, but I prefer the novel having reach over guaranteed money. I will most likely do the icky thing of posting links to Venmo or PayPal below the post with the novel's excerpts, and should anyone feel like they want to contribute to the project, I would be grateful. I got 20 on it. I got 20 on it right now. Just so you know, I got 20 on it, and I'm poor, and I got 20 on it, Shane. And I'll do more if I can, and we are going to share. As far as I know, this will be the first novel serialized on X. That's an exciting part as well. It's going to be an entire novel only written and posted on X. And then he will shorter promos and excerpts. That's where I'm assuming YouTube, Rumble, where we're at, that kind of thing. At the end of this experiment, I intend to make physical copies. And I intend to get a signed copy, Shane Cashman. I love you, Shane Cashman. Signed copy, Shane Cashman. It was bizarre to have started writing a novel about Kanye West and then a decade plus later have the opportunity to detail the novel to him. That's all I got for now. Should get weird soon. So, that's why we love him. And, the novel about Kanye West, is he a time traveler or something? I'll be looking forward to this, Shane. So anyway, I just wanted to share that real fast because our man is blazing new trails. This is why I love this guy, and people are like, "You're such a fanboy. Why?" And I'm like, because this man does what he does to do what he does. Clearly, he is diverting the path of likes and money and clicks to do new things in new spaces that have never been done. And it's rough around the edges. It's not the shiniest. It's not the prettiest, but it's the realest and it's the most honest. And we don't have expression like that anymore. And for him to even choose to go even a deeper route with it, to have even less avenues to mess it up and less middlemen is all very much respectful. And I got his back on that. Rumble on Rumble got your back, Shane. That's awesome stuff. Thank you. And we cannot wait to read.
Gonna get it, man. I'm gonna
Pew,
get
pew,
me a
pew,
copy.
pew.
I'm gonna
Heck
get
yeah.
me a copy. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna put it. It's gonna be right there next to my my Dr. Umar and I'm gonna put it right next to Dr. Umar book and Bob not Bob, what's his name? You know what I'm talking about? O'Reilly.
Bob O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly. Yeah, Bill. There we go. I'm gonna put him right next to Bill and Dr. Umar. And
Nice.
Sean Hannity. All of them gonna be right there together.
Actually, and I don't think I'm speaking too much out of class, but Shane is very excited about doing stand-up comedy some more. He's hosting the Minds Fest, and thanks to the Grifties and some of the comedy there, and he's got that Johnny Carson vibe to him. You know what I mean? He's got that crisp, making a joke, but not like, and that's the punchline, but more the okay, yeah. That uncomfortable-ish thing. He's so good at it. Just a brilliant writer all the way around and very creative. And I think stand-up is a great medium for a dude like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
yes.
Absolutely on that. And Shane is also somebody that will be a guest before too long. He said he would come on as well. So those are two guests that you want to stay tuned for because it's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be so live. Not much liver than it is now, because can it get more live? No, it can't. We're badass. We're awesome. We do what we do. Ow, ow, ow. Boom. Oh, yeah, DJ Protocol.
We can always make it more live if we want to make it more live,
Well, speaking of live, they got to come to the live. You know what I'm saying? They got to come to the live and experience what we're about to do. Because we got we got the DJ stuff that's going to happen outside the rallies. We got the parties in Savannah about to happen. I'm
about to start DJing in the lives. I'm gonna start podcast DJing, and then y'all gonna lose y'all mind. It's the club at the podcast. You damn right.
Let's go. I'm down.
I'm gonna mix in some Bryson. I'm gonna mix in some Bryson with some sexy red.
No, maybe don't do that.
Don't do that.
Cassius Cam, mix in some Cassius Cam. I'm sure he'd be okay with it.
Yeah. Hey man, listen, it's the griff. You know what I'm saying? It's when the hood meets the good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we do. We bring the hood to the good, and we get them baptized. Because even in the Book of Clarence, you know what I'm saying? Did you see that movie yet?
I've seen part of it. Like, I watch part of things at this point in life. But yeah, no, it looked awesome. I actually want to watch it with my mom. I was trying to because, every so often mom will come over and we have movie nights, me and my wife and my mom. And I'm trying to get her to come over because she'll love it. I think she'll absolutely love it. So
yeah, it was definitely a good movie. But yeah, we trying to save some harlots. That's all.
It gives the term MILF Hunter a whole new
MILF Hunters.
Milfy goodness. Okay, man. So we are coming up on the end of the show. I know you're a little tired. I'm a little tired. Look, man, we got off a plane and just went right back at it. I'm feeling good that I'm home. I'm feeling good that we're doing our thing. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I got actually a real busy week coming up, and I think you do too. So
Yeah,
I got actually a busy week. So, but tell us about your week. What do you have coming up? What do you got going on, my brother?
All right. So what this week is? This is the week of the okay. So Tuesday, I have an interview with local alderwoman at large, Alicia Miller Blakely. Her show comes on at 7:00 on Tuesdays, 7 or 8. But be on the lookout. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I'll definitely have the info for you on where I'm going to be at. So we'll be there, talking about local things. Let's see. What else do I have? I gotta go to court this week. That's gonna be pretty fun. I always love going to court. Right?
On some business stuff or on some business stuff? Good,
business
good.
and business. Yeah. What else? What else I gotta do this week? It's in March. Oh, I'm still doing the day job of tearing down stuff. So I'm hunting down permits. Right, trying to figure out what the heck the city's doing with these permits. But y'all, we got to vote locally, and we got to put some common sense people in there because they really make it hard for the working class out here in these streets. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. And then county convention is this week, right? So shouts out to all the Chatham County Republicans. Actually, county conventions are going on across the state. So all the Republicans in the state of Georgia who has a convention meeting this weekend, good luck. And let's go ahead and get ready for district and ultimately state. It's election year, man. It's time to crank things up. So that's happening. And yeah, that's pretty much the basis of my week. Right there. Gonna do, of course, Friday night flights on Friday night. That's gonna be pretty fun. I may actually, I may break the mold. I may do something very I'm going to troll Friday, so be on the lookout for Friday's show. Friday's show, I am going to troll, and that's all I got to say about that.
Now I'm dying to know more. We have to tune in. Maybe you'll drop some hints on Twitter, on X.
Oh, if I go ahead and get this locked in, I'm gonna do more than drop. I'm gonna spill the beans. I get it locked in. I'm gonna spill the beans. I'm gonna put on the fly. Put a whole flyer out for that one.
Well, if you need if you need any help on my, you need me to make a call, I'll
Absolutely.
be attorney Louis Goldstein. Yes, this is attorney Louis Goldstein. I got you. We're going to need that permit ASAP. So right. I got you, dog. I got you. Yeah, man, Friday night flights, it's happening. Tuesday, 7 p.m. for you. Excited about that. Local stuff, Savannah, Georgia. Man, tomorrow, Mondays, we release the Racing Realtor podcast. So excited about that. Going to do that. Tuesday will be Rumble on Rumble, my show, where we just, feature local heroes, unsung heroes. Trying to get Rudy on one of those soon. So maybe this week, just because I think he'd be a good, guest to have. Yeah, man. And then looks like I'll be, have a night with my wife Wednesday, possibly. And then Thursday is recording the Racing Realtor show. And then Thursday night, going to be doing a live from Club Red in Enid, and going to be doing a show afterwards directly. So it's 2 podcasts and a comedy show Thursday. Then Friday night, having dinner with some folks about some business, home, blah, blah, blah. But, I'm getting into it, man. Getting into it. You know what I mean? These are folks that are pretty. They're trying to be self-contained, got a farm, you know what I mean? Doing that kind of thing. And they're doing honey, which I think is very important, and I want some of that local H. Man, local honey is key. It's such a good, healthy thing. If you're looking to get off sugar, I highly recommend it. It's a game changer. It helps if you have diabetes, if you're pre-diabetic, it really helps. So, yeah, man, check that out. But anyway, so we got dinner with them Friday night. And then Saturday, I would say let's do a live watch, but let's not, because I like our channels, and now we're getting to the point to where people sometimes they're watching. Not tonight, but sometimes. But and that's okay. But
maybe Twitter?
I don't want to do a live because it's UFC 300 Saturday night. UFC 300. It's the Super Bowl for MMA fans. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because the wife is like, "What's planned Saturday?" I'm like, I'm not leaving. I mean, maybe if an MMA buddy wants to hang out, but it's UFC 300. If you're into that kind of thing, it's a big deal. I mean, they got 4 hours worth of prelims, 3-hour fight. I'm like, look, I'm getting chicken wings. I'm probably gonna get stuff for nachos. And I'm, gonna be fat. I'm gonna get up and go to the gym, right? And I'm gonna kill myself in the gym, so I can sit there and just eat and be happy, puff my vape stick, watch some UFC, man. Watch UFC 300, and I'll probably live tweet. You know what I mean? And then maybe we'll do like a live stream, but we don't show it. We talk about it. A lot of people are doing that, so maybe we'll
We can
see.
do that.
So, yeah,
I
man.
can see that.
And so that might be fun there. All right. And look, I want to thank everybody for joining us, coming back. It feels good coming back. It feels good having Pro. It's great that he's world famous now and he's a DJ. I love the fact he still takes my calls. Shit, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
nice.
I'm not going as long as you don't do to my money what old boy did to Mike Tyson money. Not Mike Tyson. I'm talking about George Foreman. As long as you don't do to me what he did, hey man, listen, but even though I ain't even finna put you, like, you can go get me some money. I ain't finna put you over my money now. You can't be over my bank account. I'm a grown man. I can handle my bank account. You just go get me money. Go get me some money, bro.
I haven't asked you to. I haven't. Whoa, easy. Where is this coming from? I haven't even.
It's a joke,
bro. If I wanted to hustle people out of money, I'd still be managing fighters. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you're the wrong one. You're the wrong one.
Yeah, nah. So as long as that's there, you don't have to ever worry about me not answering your phone calls, Pimpin. It's gonna always be answered. It can always be answered, man. I'm not gonna ban you like they're trying to do TikTok. All right.
Yeah, right. Oh, we didn't even get into that. So here's the thing about the TikTok, man, and we'll just leave it, because we were late on it. I knew I was forgetting something. Thought, man, we are hitting everything. Our show is bam. Tonight was really good. Technically, may not have been fun, but it was really good technically getting back on the bicycle. But we forgot TikTok, which was a big one. My whole thing with the TikTok is it's not TikTok. First of all, every other social media company sells your shit to the same Chinese government anyway. They're just mad they're not getting their cut. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even, true story, sorry y'all, true though, YouTube, all of these folks are so deep in with the federal government that they just want to ban this company because they're not getting their cut, right? Because all this information that they're supposedly giving to the Chinese, all these other companies give to the Chinese, but they also share with the U.S. government. And that's why the U.S. government is mad about it. And TikTok is not playing their game.
Now, right? Now. Because prior, if you remember, we were already pushing a TikTok ban in 2020. All right?
Over the same thing.
Because, well, no.
Just Chinese
what
owned.
You say... What Chinese owned was what it was then, right? Because see, the difference is like it's not about the data that's being sold to China. It's not about the data being sold. The data is being mined and sold anyway. It's not about that. It is because China gave us TikTok and gave China Douyin.
Oh, right? Yeah.
China gave us we're gonna mind fuck your people and make them stupid zombies doing idiotic dances while we have our kids over here building rocket ships and different types of other things. All right. So that was the original TikTok ban situation. That is what had, red, whites and Trump in them, you know what I'm saying, in full of rage of why TikTok needs to be banned. And that's when the libs were like, no. You can't do that. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Fast forward now, it's twofold. The red, whites, the MAGA, all the people out there, they're like, fuck it. Okay, cool. But then you have the true MAGAs and the Trumps, everybody like, nah. This is a secret. This is secret too. They're showing you how they want to ban businesses and stop them from doing any type of business. That's all that is, right? It's because of the money, what you brought in. So truly the libs and everybody who are on board now, it's about the money. The others, they're still thinking on the whole, well, it's China owned, blah, 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 which is, it's a twofold situation. All right. Facebook, everybody should know that Facebook is a DARPA project. If you don't know that Facebook is DARPA or started as DARPA, you need to do some research. All I'm going to say is look at when LifeLog ended and look at when Facebook began.
Exactly. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Just yes on that. And then the most concerning thing is the overreaching, sweeping vagueness of the bill. From what it looks like, basically, if Joe Biden decides that, okay, so if Joe Biden decides that it is an anti-American or anti-government website, you can go to jail for using it. So if you're watching, a protest in England about immigration, and they decide that's anti-American, they can take your internet away from you. The whole point of this is to take the internet away. The whole point of this is to make internet a privilege because it's too powerful on its own. It's too vast. They can't keep up. No matter how many AI they create, no matter how many bots they make, they can't keep up. And what they're trying to do is shut down the ability of transmission or create a sweeping bill where they put billions into tracking all of it. And why is that, I think, is because of your Jeff Bezos, of your Bill Gates, and they want to control it all. And that's what this really is. TikTok really has nothing to do with its bill on its face. It really, really doesn't. It's about taking away, like you can't use VPNs. If you use a VPN to access a website, you can go to jail or be fined. But basically, they're not going to do that. They can't. What they're going to do is take away your internet. It's real simple because you can live without internet. Unless you do, I don't know what we do. You know what I'm saying? And what if they ban your ability or right to be on the internet? So then what? So then I go to jail if I turn on this camera that I'm looking at right now? You know what I mean? Like, this is the scary stuff. And they always will do this. Never, ever think that you give government power that they don't intend to use. And I love Sam Tripoli talks about they've basically destroyed magic. They've what the corporations did was take magic, packaged it, and sold it to you. Like Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is magic. You know what I'm saying? Your phone is magic, but it's just such a corporate thing that you pay a bill for and don't think about. You know what I'm saying? I have a computer and I put numbers into this computer and all of a sudden I'm talking to you across the country and we're beaming out to the planet, to the entire world. That's magic. But when a corporation gets a hold of it, it destroys it. And when the government gets a hold of it, they really destroy it. And the TikTok bill is so scary. And once again, not because of TikTok at all, and not because TikTok has a damn thing to do with it. It's scary because it basically gives the government the right to allow you to watch what they tell you and to actually criminally punish you for choosing to watch what you want that is not that is just speaking against government speech. Yeah, of course, I'm not weird like that. But you know what I'm saying, man? And that's the most frustrating part about it, and that's the part that no one's talking about. And I think that's where the boomers, who are a lot of the voters, miss it. And the Republican Party straight screwed us on this one.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
So we'll see, man. I don't know, man. I think it can be repealed. It can go to the Supreme Court. I think it can be, it is a straight violation of freedom of speech, right?
It is.
If I listen to you speak and I go to jail, that's a violation of your freedom of speech and my freedom of speech, straight up. So how can they do that? They're choosing it's the medium, I guess, that they're trying to.
The same way that how in Trump's quote unquote RICO charge here in Georgia, there's a charge for him tweeting, "Go watch this channel on TV."
You're right.
And this
no sense.
And that wasn't one of the 6 charges that was dropped. So, that's where we are, bro.
That wasn't one of the 6 charges that was dropped, but man, let that hold. Go defend that in court. Go see what sticks. If I were Trump's lawyers, I'd be like, no, let's keep this one. You know what I mean? If they're throwing out charges, let's hold this one and make them go, yes, we want somebody to be thrown in jail for tweeting, watch a TV channel. That's weird. Good Democrats. We want you to do that, please. You know what I mean? Because every time you do some crazy stuff like that, we win even more. So, and speaking of winning even more, I'm going to let you get some rest so you can win this week. Guys, be on the lookout.
Win, no matter what.
All we do is win. Monday night, Racing Realtor podcast on YouTube, Instagram, wherever you get podcasts. I produce it. The star is my man, Gabe. Shout out to Gabe. Shout out to Fuego. Shout out to Jonah. We love you all. Shout out to producer Amy K. Hall. Shout out to everyone that dropped in and said, what's up? Yeah, man. And then Tuesday night, Rumble on Rumble. Party Time OKC, the PT pod every Tuesday. Wednesday, I think we'll both be chilling. Tuesday night, Pro. Going to be rocking some Savannah info. We will be sharing that as well. Then Thursday, I will be doing a live from Club Red. And then Friday will be Friday Night Flight. So we got a full week of awesomeness planned for you.
Full week of awesomeness, man. Full week of awesomeness.
And then UFC 300, son. Woo!
Let's get it.
Stoked.
Let's get it.
All right, brother. I want to thank you guys all. Anything you want to leave the folks with?
Hey, man, y'all stay up, stay good, man. Read a book, learn something new. And it's getting warm, so go plant some bell peppers and some tomatoes.
Hell yeah.
Do that.
Bro, the new house has peach trees. Straight up making peach trees, dude. So
you got a corner lot? You got to get you a riding lawnmower now, man.
Yeah, man. It's not that big, but yeah.
Not that big?
Oh, okay. Plus, I like that. I like that work. I'm going to push that mower. So, all right, y'all. Thank you so much. And we are out. Good night.
Good night, everybody.